Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. MCO Pro here, Crypto.com's unofficial channel. And today we're taking a look at whether you should invest in MCO. And this is part one of a two-part series, and this is the company overview. What we have here on slide 2 is a breakdown of the 7 criteria I look at when I'm investing in a cryptocurrency project. And I'd recommend you doing the same and answering these questions yourself. So the most important, number 1, is what is the purpose of the project? Is the market going to need what is being developed, or will it want what is being developed? And if you can't answer that question concisely and confidently, then you are doomed from the start. Question 2 is the token or coin function. So does earning that token or coin give you something as a user? Is it going to enhance your interaction with the product? Is it a requirement in order to gain access to the product? And from an investor's perspective, you need to understand, does the token have some mechanism built into it that will mean that its supply will reduce over time? Does it have a scarcity mechanism? And this number 2 is grayed out because I'm not covering it in this video. This number 2 on its own requires an entire video, so that is what we'll cover in part 2. Number 3 here is the token coin liquidity. So how many exchanges is your token listed on? Are they the right exchanges? Do they have good trading volume? And what is the total circulating supply of that coin versus the total supply? So does the company who minted the coins as part of the ICO, do they hold a lot of that token already themselves, and can they dump it on you? Because if they can dump it on you, then there is a risk that the price will plummet at some point in the future. Team, have the team got demonstrated successes? So what is the team like? Did they is it a bunch of young guns straight out of university, or are these established people from across industry who have got many demonstrated successes from many walks of life? Keep in mind, you need a diverse team to make a project work and to commercialize effectively. So you need to take a little look at the team. The company finances at 5. Do they have the money to survive a longer than expected development uptake phase, if you like? Going from zero to a product, it takes time, and have they budgeted correctly, and do they have reserves? It might be difficult to get hold of that information to begin with, but you can have a good idea from the amount of money they got during their ICO. Has the project had enough time to warrant a demonstrated success? You know, some of these projects have been around for 2-3 years now, and so there's not really an excuse for having an MVP, a minimum viable product. And, having that would give you an idea that they work well together as a team. And you need that, because if you don't have that synergy or that chemistry within your team, then you're probably not going to get anywhere. Partnerships at 7. A lot of people within crypto seem to rate this as 1 or 2 as importance. I don't see it that way. I see it as like a confirmation that if you've got to this point and you're evaluating the partnerships, then it means that, okay, from your perspective at least, the company looks good. What about established players? Do they recognize that it's good? So, like if your company is in collaboration with Microsoft or something like that, yes, it looks good, but you can't guarantee that Microsoft have gone to the same levels that you have to verify these first 6 steps. So let's take a look at the Crypto.com purpose of the project. I've covered this in other videos, but it is very straightforward actually. They have a strap line which is cryptocurrency in every wallet, and they have this strap line trademarked. That is effectively, in a nutshell, that is what they want to do. Now, how they're going to go about it is through this gateway platform, this application, which you can download. By the way, there's a link to the app below this video in the description. I'd encourage you to go download the app. It's a very good app. It's probably one of the best in the business, in the crypto space. And it is that gateway platform to enable you to convert your fiat into crypto. So here, like I said, you can buy at true cost, and it has this ability through the product that they're pairing with the app, which is the Visa card, to make crypto spendable anywhere. And these are a startup company, so they're the new kids on the block, but they've got high ambitions, and they're going about things the right way. And they want to make an impact and compete there with the top guys. And like I was saying, the top guys, right? So to give you an idea, those guys started as 4, and it's these 4 across the top here. They were the founders of the project, and they have grown to 150 people in 2 years, which is quite something really. And they have this team, and this is taken directly from the website, and I'd encourage you to go on the website. It's crypto.com, in case you're wondering, and take a read, because each of these people has a little bio about themselves. But this is an impressive executive team, I think. And, they've got a whole suite of people behind them, and this 150 is only going to grow. I've written here 28 job openings. It's going to be more. I think it's going to be about 200 by the end of 2019. And again, another point here, a diverse background. So they're not all geeks and engineers, right? You've got sales guys in here, you've got marketing guys in here, you've got security guys and things like that. So it's quite diverse, and you need that to succeed. The finances, okay, so they raised $27 million nearly during their ICO. It is widely speculated within the crypto.com community, the community members, the people who followed the project for a while, that they have a lot more money than this. We don't know how much, but it's rumored that they invested a lot in the Binance ICO a while back, and we all know what happened. If you don't know what happened to Binance, that you're not in crypto yet, but that token price exploded, and yeah, my suspicion is that they have a lot of money. And that's sort of confirmed by this most recent point here, which says they were originally going to look for some venture capitalist funding, and now they just don't see the need. I think the CEO said himself that they have enough traction with their product that they don't need the additional money. But it's always there. It's an option if they do need it going down the line. So finances, in summary, look pretty good. Pretty good for crypto.com. Demonstrated successes. Well, I've got three, graphics here to give you a flavor for the demonstrated successes. Have they got a minimum viable product? Yeah, they've got two. They've got the app, which is huge. Like, there's so many features within that app from a financial perspective, and they're constantly modifying, iterating, and improving on it. And then they've got the physical product, if you like, which is the Visa card, which is currently live in Singapore and the US. And towards the back end of 2019, it'll be much wider. It'll be across Europe, I believe, and across Asia as well. And like the Visa card isn't obvious enough, they have a partnership with their program manager at Visa. So getting that is quite a success in itself, and that has allowed the Visa card success. So we tick that box from the successes perspective. Now on to liquidity and partnerships. So where can you buy your MCO tokens? The short answer is anywhere you want. Like, just about every exchange, I think, lists MCO. The key ones are being Binance, OKX, and BitHum probably, and then you go down and there's, like it says here, 16 more. But those guys, you get down to the exchanges where they just don't have any trading volume. These are the main ones that you want to pay attention to if you want to buy or you want to trade your MCO tokens. Partnerships, I've listed, 5 companies here, 6 companies here. These, and there's more, right? But these are some of the big names. So we have names from outside of crypto, like Visa, and then we have names from within crypto. So Ledger, they provide security for the funds that are locked within the app. We then have partnerships with stable coins. This is key for the crypto.com ecosystem for multiple reasons. I'm not going to go over it in this video. And then we have exchanges here, so BitHum and Binance. Now, we don't know the full extent yet of what these partnerships look like. We know that, I mentioned before that from the cashback that MCO generate, or that you generate by buying things, and that the MCO tokens are then sent to your wallet, and Crypto.com buy those tokens from the market. Specifically, they buy them from Binance, right? They don't go to other exchanges. They buy them all from Binance. So that's an inkling, a little insight into that partnership. But basically, they're well partnered and they have a lot of liquidity. Now, this wasn't on my list to begin with, but it's something interesting to look at is the competition Crypto.com has, what they're trying to do with their Visa cards. And we have 2 examples here. We have a company called N26 and then Revolut. Now, I don't know how popular or how common N26 is a name. Google had me believe that it has 3.5 million users, but I'm not so familiar with it here in the UK. And Revolut is obviously a huge name, and they have over 4 million users. And I just wanted to give a little idea for where Crypto.com could be. I think they are targeting these sorts of people, these people that use these cards as a primary market, okay? So let's have a look at Revolut. And again, keep in mind, this is from an investor's perspective. So where could Crypto.com be in 2 to 5 years' time? Revolut has 4 million customers, and these stats are all from their website, by the way. what date? So it's here in June 2019. So that's the sort of time frame that I got these stats. They had 4 million customers, and Crypto.com has 800,000. Now, what I'm saying, 800,000, this is app downloads. So this isn't even cards that are in the wild yet. This is 800,000 app downloads. I'm imagining 4 million is the number of cards that Revolut has. Employees, 654, 150 plus. So Crypto.com probably needs to scale 3.5 times to get to where Revolut is in terms of employees. Transactions, 350 million transactions. Crypto.com, we do not know. And then total value of those transactions, 40 billion UK pounds. And Crypto.com, again, we don't know. It's very early days. But that should give you a flavor. Like, what happens, you can do your own assumptions, but if Crypto.com starts doing 40 billion pounds worth of transactions, what happens to the token price? Okay. And we'll cover that a little bit more in part 2, actually, as we look more at the token. That has been the end of part 1. I hope you agree that Crypto.com, the company overview is quite impressive. They've come a long way in a short amount of time. There will not be many other, if any, cryptocurrencies or crypto projects that have achieved so much in so little time, and the future is very bright for them as a company. And in part 2, I'll go into the token, the MCO token, a little bit more detail, give you guys a flavor of whether or not you think you should invest. My name has been MCO Pro. Thank you for your time.